It was that factor of trying to understand what was going on with her. We didn't understand it, and we knew there was something lacking with her, and we felt we needed to help her.
Welcome to the Miracle Academy. This is your host, Scotty Cooper, and this is where miracles are expected. Welcome to the Miracle Academy podcast. I'm your host, Scotty Cooper. Today we have some fun guests of ours, Rachel and Rynn. They have a pretty amazing story, and it's resulted in their whole family being here, and it's really fun, and a story we actually tell pretty often. So if you could just kind of let us know, what was it like when Rynn first started with us at Cooperstown?
Well, it was interesting. We brought her here to Dr. Cooper's as a referral because we were at our wit's end. We weren't sure where to go with her, and I wasn't going to put her on any medication. So she just needed some guidance, behavioral assistance. Mm-hmm. And so we came to Cooper, and she fought it the whole way. Cooper will tell you that she was screaming, and everybody could hear her.
Quite the show.
It was the show, yes. So it was a good thing for him to see what we were dealing with. Yes, so that was our first time with Cooper.
So what was some of this behavior like that you had to kind of experience as a mom?
She was very contrary to anything. Mm-hmm. It was always going to be her way. She didn't like being told what to do. I know these are things that most children are like, but imagine it to the 100th degree.
It was pretty next level.
Next level. Yeah, it was intense. I mean, when grandmas who love their grandchildren and will do anything for them at all times and will rave about them, when they say it's bad, you know it's bad.
It sounds a little extreme there.
It's bad.
Some off. Yeah.
So it was that factor of trying to understand what was going on with her. We didn't understand it, and we knew there was something lacking with her, and we felt we needed to help her.
How did that feel emotionally as a mother, having to go through this and have even the grandmas say, hey, we need to figure something out?
Well, I mean, it took a toll on me. She is a product of me, so there is
apples that fall far from the tree.
So I really need to feel sorry for my husband. But anyways, so it was a relief because we were coming in as a family. Uh-huh. We were going to take this as we're all going to do this together, and we're all going to see what we can do to better get the chiropractic care that we need. Yeah. And I had already heard about Dr. Cooper, so I felt like this was the avenue we needed to go through. Uh-huh. So it was a relief as a parent to know maybe we can get some help here.
Got it.
Yeah.
When you guys started, what did you start to see with Rynn and how she started to transform?
Well, I will tell you what my mother said. Okay. She had her very first adjustment. Uh-huh. And the next day, my mom, it was her day to watch her because I went to work. And my mom texted me that morning because she has to get her up in the morning to go to school.
So that's like a challenge in itself there.
The first moment in the morning when Rynn woke up, you just had to already prep yourself that it was going to be horrible. So grandma gets her up, and she actually does it. She goes through the motions. There's not a screaming on the floor tantrum. And my mom got her off to school, texted me, and said, "Who is this little blonde, beautiful little child that you've left here today?" So my mom said she noticed it immediately, the difference.
Wow.
Yeah. What
were a lot of the things that we did with Rynn as we kind of started?
I know there was a lot of working through her mentally with her brain. Dr. Cooper would go through the different aspects of how she felt, her emotions, and he would work through her and have her describe them.
I always remember that too. Yeah. I remember every time we'd go and get tested for, vitamins in the back, see which ones were compatible. It was always I was always involved in the process too. He was always asking me, well, how do you feel about this? Or when he'd be explaining how some kind of, energy flow through my body went, he would I remember there was this little chicken kind of thing that had the little metal pieces, and it would beep, and it just made it all make sense to me and not feel like I was at some stiff, doctor's office. It felt like I was a part of the, transformation, which was awesome. Nice.
Yeah, I remember I love the video of you. We'll still play it every once in a while.
Oh yeah, it's always there when I'm here.
It just happened,
It senses me, for sure.
Honestly, what happens is I see you sign in and I put it in.
Right, for sure. It's been you the whole time.
That's what it is.
Mastermind.
We've got this video of Rynn when she's sitting on like one of the adjusting tables and she's talking about how she's doing well, and it's so cute and adorable. And one of our other practice members is really little and she wanted to be in it too. So she's sitting next to Rynn and falling off the table as they're talking.
Right.
And it's a fun video.
I remember filming that. I remember Dr. Cooper asking me, he's like, hey, you want to come over here? And I was like, I'm going to be a movie star. Of course, I'll do it. And little did I know, I'd be playing for like the rest of my life here.
Now we got another one. We got a follow-up one.
Right.
So,
we got an update.
Perfect. What's really fun for me now too is, to train our doctors and our staff and inspire them about like some of the stories. And one of the ones, is obviously your story comes up a lot. And what did you say Dr. Moses had said to you?
Right. So Dr. Moses will be adjusting me, and he hasn't known me for very long, maybe like a year. And he's like, man, I hear all these stories, and I just can't believe that this little girl she was crazy, right? And that was you? And I'm like, you know what? I'm just glad that you're surprised at least, and not like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That's you. He's shocked. And I think Dr. Paris, I said that too. They're just shocked that was me, or that little girl that was making the video about their behavioral issues somehow, turned into what I hope is, a normal person, a normal teenager. So yeah, that's nice to hear for sure.
That's cool. What has this been able to do for you specifically?
Well, I mean, for one thing, I've gotten along a lot better with my parents and my family, for sure. I know that. And I know that it's just helped me to be more balanced and to really get along and to be a better person when I interact with other people as well. Mm-hmm. I've noticed for a lot that I improved, because I'll look back at something that I did. I have memories of things I've done, and I'm just like, man, I was crazy. I really was. But now I know like how I would react in those situations, and it's completely different end of the spectrum. Mm-hmm. And I can't believe that was me. So clearly there's been a major difference, and it's nice to know that there has been that difference and that everybody can see it around me too.
Right. And that's the thing that I feel like a lot of people, they come to us because, they know they're coming to us for nutrition and for chiropractic and to get their exercise right and to remove stressors. But really they're coming for their freedom to be able to now look back and be like, wow, I'm this person now. Mm-hmm. This is the person I was before I came here. So what does that do for you as a mom to be able to see that with your child?
Well, it's just proof. I mean, that we made the right decision. We were guided in which way to go, and everything that Dr. Cooper said is what it is. Mm-hmm. He really can help, and he really can make it better. And we've all benefited as a family. So it's satisfying, it's gratifying, it's good to see, and it's good to feel that everything we put into it, mm-hmm. it really works.
Wow. So now, fast forward, how many family members are here?
I think we were just talking about, I think there's 3 generations now that are here, and
mm-hmm. grandmas on both sides, cousins on both sides.
Mm-hmm. But we said it was because of...
It all started with, one wayward girl. Brought so many in because they saw the changes and they saw that it worked, and that it wasn't something crazy. We were just, Dr. Hooper worked his magic, but he did what he saw needed to be done, mm-hmm. and balanced us, and here we are.
Yeah. One of the things I love is every Monday seeing you and your sister and seeing your grandmas, and it's cool because it's like a family thing that you guys get to all
reunion here.
Experience.
It's part of our life. It's
right.
what we do, and it's our lifestyle. We get adjusted, and we are here to help the betterment of ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. And
how has your life improved with that?
Well, she's wonderful now. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
So yes, it's helped her. It's helped me.
Uh-huh.
Dr. Cooper's done an us together because we're the same.
Yeah. Those are clashing, but now we actually work together a lot better.
It's helped us a lot in that way, just mentally, physically, to feel better.
Wow. Mm-hmm. And it's cool because like I see it like when you guys are here and the way you guys interact and with the grandmas and with everyone. It's really fun, and that's like a thing that really is like meaningful to us, mm-hmm. and shows like we've been successful when it shows like your whole family's here.
Right.
Because that's honestly why we even have the windows on the side of our office, is that once you're healthy for you, it's time to get healthy for the world, and you guys have totally done that.
Yeah.
And it's fun to see that. Yeah. And you guys are still bringing people to us.
Right.
And it's amazing and fun, and I appreciate you guys so much. So
We appreciate you.
We definitely appreciate you guys, for sure.
Thank you. Is there anything else that you think a parent or a child that are either going through similar things as you should know, or they maybe questions you had in the beginning that you wish were answered? Anything like that?
I feel like we had our answers. We just needed to see it work.
Yeah.
And we did. And things take time, and you need to be willing to do that and go all in.
Yeah.
And let it happen and watch it happen is the gratifying thing.
Yeah.
So that's what's important, I think. And it's just that there's other avenues than just taking your kid to a pediatrician to get medication for a behavioral issue. There's other ways to do this, and we're all about more natural, what's best for your body, just let our body do what it's supposed to do. And that, I feel like, is what parents need to see in our children. And they have so many different things in their lives that they deal with that sometimes we just don't understand how it is for them. And trying to understand that, I think, is huge. And then having Dr. Cooper help with that. Anything for you?
No, I think you pretty much covered it. Yeah, I definitely, as I was, younger, of course, I'm told the stories of how I was screaming coming in here, which I do not doubt. But clearly, there has been such a big difference, because even if you may not notice it right away, obviously there are changes that are happening. And I've been going here for probably about 10 years now. And while I may not see it, I know when I miss an adjustment. You can tell. Like, you just know. So for sure that, just trust it, and it always works out amazingly.
That's awesome. So for people that want to follow more of your story, are you on social media at all for people that want to do that?
I am. I do have an Instagram, but
okay.
It's nothing special, I guess. It's just kind of, really casual.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Well, thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. I think that this was amazing, especially for parents that are looking for this sort of thing for their kids, and to see the transformation you've had. And like I've said, it's fun for me to tell all of our new interns that come in. I get to tell them that story, and I tell them try to guess which person this is, and they can't.
Yeah.
They really can't.
That's
and
awesome.
It's fun to be able to do that. So we're so proud of you guys, and we love you guys.
Thank you.
So thank you so much. This is the Miracle Academy podcast with Scotty. Thank you so much for watching. This is where miracles are expected.